What is up from the helicarrier? It's Kingfisher 745. What is up from the helicarrier? It's Kingfisher 745. What is up? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is up from the helicarrier? It's Kingfisher 745. And this is the All Hail the King segment that you can only find right here. So without further ado, here's our setup. I'm using the Infiltrator and Powered Armor, the Guardian Insignia, the Revolt 5, the Power Gauntlet, and the Synthetic Cube. With guaranteed hit and guaranteed crit, your Revolt 5 is going to do quite a bit of damage to one or more of the enemies, at the very least setting them up for a Power Gauntlet finish. And here's the moment that we've been waiting for. First we'll use the Guardian Insignia, then the Revolt 5 on the enemy agent. The results will vary depending on your opponents, but you should get a guaranteed hit and crit. It looks like against this agent, we're going to do about 10,000 damage per hit. But actually, we were missing our combat reflexes for that first hit, and that gives us a stealthy attack and a 30% damage boost. That will always come in handy, but especially if you're facing a team that doesn't have a tactician. After our first hit on a tactician, or using our empowered armor ability, either way, in this particular situation, our damage jumps from 10,000 to 15,000 a hit. Plus, when using the Revolt 5, you don't really have to worry about disoriented, because only 1 out of 6 shots is going to hit your teammate, and then you'll be rid of that annoying debuff, which will free you up for the Power Gauntlet hit. Since the enemy agent's very close to death, we're going to use that hit on Medusa. Even with her damage reduction, she still takes a very big hit. So now we're moving on to our lightning rounds, and these are just a few of the many. Now I know this first team doesn't have very high stats, but I was just going up and down on the practice list, and this happened to be the first team I clicked on during this streak. There were many more opponents just like this that got the same exact thing. That's what I meant when I was saying how consistent this ended up being. As you can see, this beatdown would have happened even if they were level 300 with higher stats. I mean, this onslaught would be pretty difficult for any team to stand up to. But just to prove it, I went ahead and cut out about 5 more battles like this one. One of the few level 300 opponents that I can see in practice PvP. I for one am hoping that ends whenever beta begins. But anyways, this one starts with a swipe, then we get a Trigger Man counter, followed by a Service Revolver, times 2, then a Blam, and you know what, you know where this one is going. So anyways, I'll just go ahead and start wrapping up the video now. If preseason PvP beta begins tonight, I will make a video of my first 5 battles, and I'll post it as soon as I can. Then as long as I can, I'll try to keep up with posting my daily 5 for the entire season. So hopefully you all tune in for that, and you enjoy the daily PvP videos. That's going to be all for this one, and I want to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. He's going to pinpoint target Molly. Then we're going to fire our sure shot. With his loaded quiver, he's going to pull out all sorts of different arrows. And he fires one after another, taking down Molly Hayes. Alright, don't get too scared. It's not the Antpocalypse yet. It's just Ant Week Day 3. But that is unfortunately an antecedent of Antigeddon, the beginning of the end. That's the last pun, for real. Okay, for now. But as you can see, Ant Week has taken over the All Hail the King episode for this week. If you don't have that AISO, I recommend you try to get it. And you're going to see why right here. So there's a massive hit on the entire enemy team, including 63,000 damage to the agent. But let me just say, if you want to obliterate someone, including Emma Frost, at the beginning of your turn, essentially at the beginning of the game, then Volstagg and his level 9, plus his nourished EISO, is going to do that every time. Of Colleen's utility. And speaking of big hits, that level 9 shredded the agent. The thunder rolls, and the lightning strikes. In PvP, the thunder rolls. And it's also going to explode, first for 140k. So with this final explosion, we're going to end the video. And it does 100,000 damage. Then May procs another turn, and with that, she does around 30k damage to their agent, knocking her out already. So hey, at least that went pretty well. And on their turn, we're going to actually unleash a really quick Pitch Black. So here's the move that they thought would be better than Shot in the Dark to be available right away. Still pretty nasty, you have to admit. And right away on Antimatter Manipulation, he has Focus, Strengthened, Fortified, and Agile. Plus we put the Manifesting AISO on it, so it grants Epiphany. Basically this buff is also going to make the next attack a guaranteed crit. This will be extremely powerful with all of our team-ups today. But first, of course, Blue Marvel himself. And we'll see the devastating power of his level 9 Antimatter Blast. In most cases, this attack is pretty much going to be choose a target, and that's who's about to get knocked out. It's just a question on who do you want to take out. So what name do you think fits them? Let me know in the comment section below. Now one thing I do want to mention as we're taking down enemies left and right. The fact that a lot of people are using the Spirit Blade on defense is kind of odd. Don't get me wrong, it makes sense, but not if you want your agent to protect. For example, if you don't want me to take down your Cloak and Dagger and then hit Null for 60,000 damage before attacking your agent, you may just want to stick with them protecting, which should knock Spitfire out, and it does. Then I'm going to use our Big Bang Blast on the enemy team. And by the way, we're not going to see it right now because it is focused on Richard Rider. But of course, Sam Alexander can also do major damage. So when we have that video of the Nova Corps, we'll see that as well. But right now, feast your eyes on the Supernova Blast. And it's doing, well, on Beast, over 4k a hit. That's quite a bit of damage added up. And he does end the match. And now with Skirn, we're going to use that Burst of Speed. A quick action buff that gives her 2 actions. And because the Manifesting AISO, also a guaranteed crit. So with her attacks, we'll begin by using our Hammering Blow. Then we go with the Stomp. And that knocks out the enemy agent. So yeah, major damage from that hit. And now on Knight America's turn, you guessed it, we can use his War Stories. Then on Cloak and Dagger's current turn, they have to recharge, so that's going to really help us out. Plus we get to use Burst of Speed yet again. So we'll use that. Then our level 1. And we're going to go after Kurth this time. Unfortunately, there you see the bug still in existence from the Elite EISO. And we come up just short on our Stomp. Or you can of course prevent debuffs, remove some of the worst debuffs in the game, and prevent Despair. That's a lot of utility. The other option, have Nico tear into them with a huge AoE attack. This team of course was made to be a lot more resilient, kind of an annoying brick wall type team up. And honestly, we didn't expect Spitfire to go after Colossus, but we'll take it. So yeah, she's just making him stronger. And even the Rapier isn't going to hit him that hard. But you know what's even worse is the fact that Null's also proccing an extra turn. And he's going to use World Breaker. Now that's some bad luck. Then after an attack run, he's going to get yet another extra turn. And so he attacks my agent and a Rapier also hits him. This is pretty ridiculous, I have to admit. I honestly don't know if the enemy team could have had better luck. That was about as great as you could possibly start a match. So let's see if we can come back and win this. Then we have the Collapsing AISO on his level 9. So this should work out against this enemy team as well. Plus it does very nice damage. Spitfire and the agent after his dots are almost knocked out. Also he has to recharge. So with Phaza, we're going to use Bright Blade, knowing that Spitfire is going to be knocked out. And then back to my agent's turn, we just need to drain stamina once again. Honestly, Meteor Swarm was our biggest concern, and still is a little bit. So we're going to use the Light Fantastic for a bit of a heal. And that Mirror Reality. Null though has to skip his turn. So with Colossus, we'll use Steel Curtain. And then we could use his level 9 and just knock them both out. But instead we're going to Decimate Null. This attack does over 41,000 damage. Now that's a nice hit. From this very first introduction video until the final episode featuring Phaza, I truly enjoyed making the All Hail the King series. What made it great, of course, was my connection with all of you, all of the viewers, and all the listeners of the From the Helicarrier podcast. Then, of course, all the relationships I built with the From the Helicarrier podcast team. Agents Paul, Ibbett, and McFall. It's just another big part of what made this game really special. And so for all the listeners, and then of course for everyone who viewed this series on YouTube, to all my patrons, and to the From the Helicarrier patrons, the Agents Only Lounge, I salute you. Of course this series is going to be very missed, and there's going to be a few more MAA videos, but our time is coming close to the end. Now, as I've said in the past, I am going to make videos on other games. Games like Marvel Future Fight and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So the channel's not going anywhere. And I may in fact find a use for the All Hail the King series once again. So this may not be exactly farewell to the name, but it is farewell for now. I hope you enjoyed the 94, and with this and the intro, 96 episodes. I'm just sorry we didn't reach 100. That's all on me. Still though, I had a great time, like I said. And I just want to thank you all once again. Farewell. This is the end of the Marvel Avengers Alliance All Hail the King line. Let me know if you have any favorite moments of this series in the comment section below, because I would love to hear them. That's it for this one, but thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Then until next time, good luck, and take care.